5, 4. I don't know what to say. That's the issue. Hello and welcome to the Snapshot podcast, name to be confirmed. I am Stephen. I'm one half of Snapshot MTC, which is a media and theatre company that I founded with my friend Courtney.
Hi guys, I'm Courtney.
And so we're both recent graduates from the University of Salford.
Woo!
I'm a bit more recent than you because I did the masters and you just stopped at the undergrad.
Yes, indeed.
But we started a company and we were thinking it's probably best to have just like more things going on than just theatre, right?
Yeah.
So we are a theatre company and that is our main MO. Like we make theatre and that.
Yeah.
And we make different types of theatre and we'll probably get into that maybe later on. But we thought what's probably best is to just do other things as well. So a podcast that we're doing now, probably like shorts and like little sketches and stuff and things. I think we should form a band as well.
I reckon so as well. I would like hard rock.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I was going to go for just pure 80s covers.
Ooh.
Maybe hard rock 80s covers.
Yes.
Maybe like thrash metal covers of Wham.
Yes, definitely, because Christmas is coming up as well. Can you imagine
like a death metal version of like...
It's everything I've ever wanted. Last Christmas, but just...
Ooh, I want that too now. Yeah.
So the band as well.
So Snapshot band.
Yeah.
Snapshot podcast. Snapshot theatre.
Yeah.
Snapshot YouTube.
Yeah.
Snapshot ASMR. Snapshot plays.
Yeah.
Snapshot makeup tutorials.
Absolutely. Oh, you can lead those. That'd be amazing.
Who?
You can lead the makeup tutorials.
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. That's fine by me. So we're Snapshot. We wanted to be called Snap.
We did. Oh, yes, we did.
We wanted to be called Snap. But, so, backstory. we were texting one day, weren't we? And we were sort of joking about how we were going to be like a real force in Mancunian contemporary theatre. And I said we're going to be the Thanos of Manchester theatre. And I was like, oh, let's be called Snap. Like as a joke. And then we were both like, oh, that's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's be called Snap. And then about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago? 1 week ago?
So. About 2 weeks, yeah.
Not too long ago.
It all came crashing down.
Okay. Because we were sat in a Cafe Nero. Other coffee shops are available.
Of course.
But we were sat in a coffee shop in town, in Manchester.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, wait.
Where do I know this name from?
Are we going to get sued by a well-known social media company? And we Googled it and the word Snap is now their company name. They have trademarked the word Snap, which we got into like a whole conversation about like copyright because like Specsavers have trademarked the word should have. So you can't use the word should have.
And that makes no sense.
I think it's probably just in our marketing thing. So like if you were... Like if we were marketing like, oh, you should have come to our theatre show, we'd probably get sued. No, I don't want to get sued.
Should always come to our theatre show.
That works. That works for me.
Boom.
So we spent an entire...
Yeah.
Our afternoon plan was to plan for this podcast, to plan for different things about the company, different things we're going to do, and then what happened was we spent the next 3 hours...
Yeah.
Figuring out a name.
Panicking.
I got them in the back. So I've got my handy dandy Snapshot notebook here, which is
have a look at some of
for anyone who's interested, it is a pretty fancy blue and gold Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild notebook, and the pages are golden because that's the kind of person I am.
Excellent.
And we've got some names here. I don't really want to read them out because they're quite embarrassing.
No, do it.
So we were going to be Snap ! And you were like, oh no, but we're Snap ! That's fine. So we were going to keep the exclamation mark. And
I was cool with being sued, to be honest with you.
I wasn't. So we were going to keep the exclamation mark. So I've got here, we've actually also rated out of 10 what we thought of these names. So I'll go from the top. We've got Livecast. That was given a 6 out of 10. We've got... So this is a name that I like and you don't like.
Go. Yeah.
Right. So I'm a big gamer. So I play GTA a lot. I play GTA Online. And I have a CEO office, I have a company, I have a nightclub, I have all these things. And my company name in GTA is Voltana. Because after watching Infinity War, and Thor got his new axe, and it's called... I watched it the other week, but I can't remember what it's called. What's his new hammer called? His new axe? It's called Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've always, like, thunder and lightning and electricity has always been my favourite element. So I was like, if I was like a superhero, I would, you know, have the power of thunder. But I would also like to be like, I'd have a sword as well. So I'd like, you know, the lightning in one hand and the sword in the other.
All the elements.
Sword isn't an element. Sword is a stabby thing. So I was like, but I'd need a name for my sword.
Yes. So
I went round and round, and this is how I spent my evening after Infinity War, thinking of a name for an imaginary sword.
I spent it crying, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get onto that. But, and I was like thinking of like synonyms for thunder and for sword, and I settled on voltage and katana, Voltana, which I quite like as a name. So I floated that. Courtney
said, well, put it in the maybe pile.
Well, I give it a 7 out of 10 here. So
I did not.
Alright. So next is Bolt! Exclamation mark.
I still love Bolt.
Bolt's okay.
Amazing.
Then
But
we've
I
got
think, again, we'd get sued.
Then we've got Snapshot,
Oof.
which is what we've settled on.
Oof.
Which is what we've settled on.
We love it.
Which is because then we still get the snap.
Yeah.
Then we've got Signum, which is Latin for message.
Yes, I believe so.
I think that was like something we floated back in October, like
Yeah,
last year,
that
like
was
2017.
A while ago, yeah.
Then that got a 6. Funnily enough, Snapshot got a 6.5, and that's what we've gone for. Then we've got MMTC for like Manchester Media Theatre Company. That got a 4. Then we've got Shookwood. Don't know where that's come from.
Shookwood. I'm still down for Shookwood.
Listen, we've already got the Twitter page, and it's at Snapshot. So
I know. Yeah, but
So-
I just think it sounds good. Shookwood.
then we've got Entity, which has got a 7.5.
Just a bit intense.
Bit intense.
I think.
Then we've got Upstage. Then we've got Downstage.
Yeah.
And then we've
We
got
tried
Blue.
all the stages.
Then we got Blue Sky,
which is basically just
like an ELO song.
yeah, pretty much.
I saw that. So you know ELO, right? The Electric Light Orchestra.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure they're all dead, but for Jeff Lynne.
Right.
But when I came to see you last week,
Yeah.
we went out for a friend's birthday. I saw on the side of a bus that ELO are going to play at the at Bridgewater Hall.
What?
And it was like the electric.
From the grave.
Well, it was like the Electric Light Orchestra live. I was like, but it's just Jeff. Just put just Jeff live from Bridgewater Hall. Right. So we didn't go for any of those names in the end. We went for Snapshot.
No, we did, and we're very happy with it.
Yes, we are.
Definitely.
Here we are. It'll grow on us.
Snapshot MTC.
MTC for Media Theatre Company.
Yeah.
The MTC is pretty important to you.
It is. MTC is my favourite part of the name.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And then also exclamation mark after the
Yes,
Snapshot.
It's actually quite lengthy when I think about it.
Lengthy?
Lengthy?
Is that a word?
Lengthy.
Lengthy. Lengthy.
I think.
Okay.
Who knows?
Well.
And we digress anyway.
So this is our podcast.
Yeah.
And this little section we're doing right now is what we like to call, and I'm quite proud of this. It's what we like to call the pre-ramble.
Hey.
I'm gonna put a jingle there probably.
Yeah, of course you are.
All right.
Makes sense.
Okay. No, I like that. Like pre-ramble. I like it. You like it too.
The preamble.
Pre-ramble. Okay. So we've got the pre-ramble.
Yes.
That's the first section. That is the first slice of this podcast pie. Then
Oh, I like that.
the podcast pie.
Podcast pie, yeah.
Maybe that's the name. Maybe that's the name.
Maybe.
The Snapshot podcast pie.
Maybe. Love pie.
Tune in for a new slice
Apple pie.
whenever it comes out. So then we need a better name for this. So here I've got entertainment review / media roundup, where we're going to talk about all the things that, so theatre, TV, movies. I might talk about a game every now and again.
Yeah.
Maybe some online content, YouTube, who knows. And then when we actually have listeners,
Yeah.
in 2024, then we've got, and I like this one too because it's got alliteration. if people email in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this out there now. If you want to email in, Mum, if you want to email in. Hey guys, just a quick interruption to give you the proper email address that has been properly set up. It is snapshot.podcast@gmail.com. That is snapshot.podcast@gmail.com should you want to get in touch. Alright, back to the show. If you want to email into the podcast.
Go for it.
I also now need to definitely set up that email because I've said it.
Yes. There's no going back now.
There's no going back. But if people do email in, Courtney's correspondence.
It's going to be a great time.
I'm looking forward to that.
So send us whatever
and
you want.
You have those dulcet Durham tones, which is more suited to the emails.
Yeah, so you might have noticed I'm not from Manchester.
I'm very much am.
The northeast. So we're north kids, but one's from Mank.
North kids.
North kids.
So moving on. But speaking of, are you ready for this segue? Are you ready for this? Okay. Speaking of people coming to Manchester from places afar, it's Freshers Week right now.
Oh.
So
we remember it well.
We're not students anymore. I finished being a student 1 week ago. Literally 1 week ago.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. You stopped
many years
a
ago
year
now.
And a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I realised I live in Manchester. I live in Manchester, but you live in more Salford.
Yes.
So I had to.
The nice part.
Yeah. We're way to offend all of Salford. But we're currently recording this in your bedroom in Salford.
Yes.
Because we would record at my place, but I have a dog that does not shut up.
Yeah.
And your flatmate's away right now, so we're recording in your room because it's less echoey than your front room. But I had to get here, so I had to drive into town on the bus. I didn't drive it. I'm not legally allowed to do that anymore. But so
he wasn't jailed. No. Don't get.
The charges were dropped. It's fine. No, so I had to get the bus here.
Yeah.
And for the past 4 months, I think I've taken it for granted. Like, it's been a dream getting from mine to town. It's been 20 minutes, half an hour. Not today. Oh no, the students are back. And I vividly remember before I was a student hating them. Then when I was a student thinking,
they're not that bad.
And now I'm not one again. Leave. Get away from me.
Yeah.
Go sit in your dorm and only leave for lessons because I don't want you on my roads.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, there is an upside to Freshers Week, and that is now if you are driving down through the Curry Mile or Oxford Road, where all the busiest bus route in Europe, just BT dubs. But if you're driving down there are, and this isn't an exaggeration, there is a Domino's pizza employee every 7 steps.
Amazing.
Like, and they hand out these massive paper bags. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I don't know if I don't think they did in Salford.
No, they didn't.
No, so they have literally every 7 steps. So near MMU and stuff, and the museum and that, and the MRI, the Royal Infirmary. They have like every 7 steps. There's like a Domino's pizza employee, and they have this big paper bag, and in the paper bag is a leaflet, and it seems like a waste of resources. But if you take this paper bag to a Domino's, and there's one near the Royal Infirmary, if you stand in line with this paper bag, and you send a text and you get a response before you get to the front of the queue, free pizza.
What?
I think it's only like a personal, and you can only have either margarita or pepperoni. But
that's amazing.
Free pizza. Yeah, right?
Why didn't we do this?
Because it didn't happen in Salford. But
Human.
I have done this because I went to college. I went to Severian College, which is, if you don't know Severian College, it is in Rusholme. It's on what's called the Curry Mile, and my literal place of learning was sat behind a paddy power and a chicken cottage. So
nice. But
at dinner time, you could easily walk more up towards MMU. It's a very short walk. So you'd walk up towards MMU, and we're 16, 17. We look studenty. Yes. We just take the bag. We just go get free pizza. Nice. So whenever the students came back, it's like, yes, it is time, free pizza. But this is the thing about going to college on the Curry Mile. It's so fattening. Like, in a 5-day week, I could eat at Domino's, Chicken Cottage, Kansas Chicken, Dixie Chicken, Greg's. There was a chip shop. There's a nice chip shop. There was a chip shop. Okay. There's a Pepe's Peri Peri Chicken. There was also a Tesco. There was that Greg's is also the one that you couldn't find.
Oh, it was a magic Greggs.
No, right, it wasn't that hard to find.
It was in the snow.
It wasn't that hard
hidden.
to find.
It was hidden.
No, it wasn't. Right, so
And it was early in the morning as well.
it was like 10:30.
So early.
It was like 10:30. It was like 10:30.
I'm having bad memories from that time.
So
all flooding back.
at uni, we had to do a workshop at Contact Theatre, which is on sort of that main road, not far from my college. And if you walk down more towards my college, more towards South Manchester, if you walk for like 3 minutes, there's a Greggs. Courtney wanted a Greggs. Did Courtney find the Greggs?
I did not.
No. False.
It was hidden in the snow.
It wasn't hidden.
Beneath the chilly Manchester Christmas
So you were,
time
'cause
weather.
it was March.
Still snowing.
So like,
Still cold.
so like you were like, oh, I want a Greggs. I was like, oh, if you just go out, go right, walk straight, you'll see it on your right hand side. 10 minutes later,
Lies.
10 minutes later, a slightly damp and cold Courtney returns. She's like,
Empty-handed.
and she's like, no, there was no Greggs, no. I can't do accents, by the way. She's like, no, there's no Greggs. I was like, where'd you get to? Like, I got to the McDonald's and stopped. And I was like,
Because it wasn't there.
it's literally across the road from McDonald's.
No.
So Stephen here had to get up, get his coat on, he had to leave as well. And did we find the Greggs?
We did.
Was it easy?
I mean,
I feel like it was.
I'd already kind of walked there anyway, so I think the second time was really the charm. Do you know what I mean?
No.
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 Right. But the most important thing, I ended up with my sandwich and hot
I got a
chocolate.
pasty and I waited till we got back to eat it and it was cold and damp.
See, that was rookie error.
Rookie error.
Yes.
Yeah. But things with going to college on the Curry Mile is, like I say, it was really fattening. There's a McDonald's as well, like I just mentioned.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So, and I told this story to a friend of mine who I went to college with the other day. We were playing on PlayStation together. We were playing a new Spider-Man, which is amazing. But we weren't, there's no co-op. We were both individually playing our own Spider-Man whilst talking.
Okay.
And we met at college and we went to college together. And he lives in Liverpool now. But I was telling him a story about how the chicken cottage that was in front of Severian, it's not there anymore. It's now a place called like Moonlight or something.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, why is that shut down? So I spoke to a few people I went to college with.
Yeah.
And it turns out, I don't know if I've told you this story, but it got shut down for health violations.
Right.
Not long after I left
Oh,
Severian.
excellent.
Because I think I saw it got shut down and replaced during first year. I got a bus home and I was like, oh, it's changed.
gone,
It was
yeah.
here like a few months ago. Because me and a few friends, they decided, oh, we're all going off to different unis. Like Alex was going to Swansea, I was going to Salford, Sophie was going to she was going to I think just MMU actually.
Right.
But Jamie, who was meant to come, he couldn't come, but he was going to Huddersfield.
Okay.
So we were all going to different universities, and we're like, oh, let's go to Chicken Cottage of all places.
Classic.
One last time.
Amazing.
So this would have been like late August.
Right.
Bearing in mind by October it's shut down, and it turns out
Ooh.
that it was shut down because they were serving. Well, they weren't serving chicken meat. Let's put it that way. Do you want to guess what animal it was?
Ew, no.
No, I'm gonna have a guess.
Like turkey?
No.
No.
Think less bird.
How could it be less bird?
Well,
Are we thinking like something like dog?
close.
No, cat.
It's a cat.
They were serving cat.
They were serving cat.
Oh, where'd they get it from?
I don't know, but
Wow.
I don't want to get too dark.
Yeah.
But it was a news story of they found a bag outside the chicken cottage
Oh, okay.
filled with something.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there,
Uh-huh.
but filled with something,
And that's where you used to
and it was feline.
spend your day.
Yeah, and I used to get ill when I went there, and now I know.
Shocker.
I
Yeah.
know.
Now it's all become clear.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So-
Wow. Wow.
So
The
yeah,
trials and tribulations of
like I don't know,
a college student.
because you'll have gone to college back up in the northeast in Durham.
Yeah. Uh-huh. We had nothing around my college.
No.
Ours was set apart from sort of the rest of Durham. So you could walk into Durham, but it was sort of like a 20-minute walk. And you never really had that much time because you only ever had like an hour.
So would you just use the canteen?
Yeah.
I never used the canteen.
Really?
Yeah, I would just go to like Tesco or something,
That would have
or
made
to one of
more
those many
sense,
shops.
Yeah. We had a Domino's that was sort of maybe like
Did you not get free pizza?
No, never did. I didn't know that Freshers was a thing where you could get free things. So when I first came in first year, I was like,
what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
I remember being excited because I think one of the supermarkets gave out free washing up liquid. And it was like the cheap stuff, that costs like 20 pence and it's probably just water with a bit of colour in it.
Right.
And I ended up getting like 2 and thinking that like I'd saved all the money that I was going to spend on my 3 years at uni. I was amazed.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
But I don't think I got free pizza until maybe second year.
Hmm.
Because I was just green to the whole experience, didn't know.
I kind of want a pizza now.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Domino's.
Also same.
I'm like, So there's a code that we can use.
Yeah, so I actually got Domino's last week.
Oh,
yeah,
snake.
With my mother.
It's all coming out.
All right.
Amazing.
And if you order over...
Had a lot of nice foods recently, haven't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to
mean?
mean?
Have I? No, nothing.
I think I'd like to divulge more into this.
Fine.
What does that mean? What was that?
What were you saying? Sorry, apologies.
No, go on.
I was just pointing out that you've had a nice time.
Would you like to give me some cold hard data?
No.
Of course not.
Not at all.
No. Anyway, so me and Mum ordered a Domino's. So 2 stories about me and Mum potentially ordering food from this past week. One didn't happen, but I'd say about it.
Okay.
But for the Domino's, essentially we got a code through the door.
Nice.
And if you order over £40 worth,
yes,
which at Domino's is actually quite easy.
Yeah.
If you type in 40%, like percent sign, so 40% off with 4 Fs,
right,
you get 40% off.
That's
so a £42 order came to 27.
Wow.
So that's not bad.
That's brilliant.
Also, it's Tuesday today, so 2 for Tuesdays.
Ooh.
Maybe during Bake Off later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bake Off. Can't wait.
We'll also get onto that.
Yes, we will.
So the second thing, right?
Yeah.
So, Mum was out on Sunday and she wanted to treat me to a Chinese buffet, which you were invited to, but you didn't come.
Well, it wasn't mentioned that it was Chinese, for one.
Yes, it was.
And for two, I was trying to be good that entire weekend. And I didn't end up being good, but I kind of did.
Could have come for a Chinese buffet.
I didn't pay, but
you could have come for a Chinese buffet.
I was trying to be good and I was trying to stay in, which is the reason that I didn't do the Chinese buffet.
Alright, well anyway.
But then I regretted it.
You did.
Chinese.
Mum had a bit of an earache.
Right.
And she wasn't sure she was feeling well enough to go out.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, what if we order a Chinese, but we order so much that it feels like we're going to go for a buffet anyway.
Okay.
So what if we like ordered enough where we just sort of shared it out and we sort of like had like a buffet experience, but at home? Because we sort of tried to add up what it would have cost us to like get to, like we got to pay for bus fare, day riders. We got to pay for. It was like 14 quid each on a Sunday.
Fair enough.
Drinks are separate.
Yeah. So it's already like 20 quid.
It was like £48.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're never going to order a takeaway that's £48. No. Forgetting that when you order a Chinese, every dish is like £6.
100%.
So,
and you don't even get rice with half of the...
No, exactly.
You've got to get everything separate.
We were just like going, some of that, some of that, some of that, not thinking about it.
Oh.
And when I looked at the order, it was like £64.
No.
And I was like...
Oh, maybe not.
Ooh, maybe take off this.
Yeah.
Take off that. But then we were taking off loads and I was like, should we just go? So we just went in the end.
Right, nice.
And we went. And there was a guy opposite us.
Uh-huh.
So, what's the word? Like, adjacent.
Adjacent, yeah.
Little family, right?
Cute.
So, dad, mum, and about teenage son, about 15, 16.
Okay.
And we get there, and the dad has he's got his leg stretched out onto our table, and I've got to like hurdle him to get to my chair. And they were there when we got there. Mm-hmm. They were there when we left.
Wow.
But for the entire time, the dad was just on the phone to his mate, just chatting away, having a good time.
Oh my gosh.
It seems to be a good phone call because he was like laughing and joking.
So having a lovely
time.
Yeah.
His son looked fumes.
Yeah.
Pure fumes. Yeah. Just like, Dad. Best part, the wife up and down fetching him plates of food. There you go.
What? There'd be no way. Even if you were talking to me and we were having a lovely day, still wouldn't be like, oh, go and grab your food. No.
I semi-respected it, but also, what are you doing?
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow, that's a power move right there.
That's pure power, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Who was paying? Did you see who paid?
Well, we left and they were still there.
Let's see.
But I don't know. But he was just on the phone to his mates having a grand old time.
Why didn't he invite the mate?
There was an extra chair. They were at a table of
Maybe
4 and there was only
more.
3 of them. He could have come.
Yeah.
Much how me and Mum were at a table for 2, but a third party decided not to come. But whatever.
Oh, I was so upset.
Well,
Yeah.
you weren't upset enough to when we invited you, but
No, but this is the thing. I was trying to be good. I was trying to have a really good weekend where I didn't do much.
we were trying to have a good weekend too. You know.
You did. You got the foods.
I did. I keep noticing that.
Yeah.
So behind the scenes, we've got the scrubbist set up right now. We're sat on Courtney's bed.
Yeah.
With a fancy microphone,
Yeah,
albeit
it's good.
all said and done, just precariously placed atop Courtney's Marvel notebook,
Yeah.
like hardback Marvel notebook, and I keep noticing that the mic is shaking.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that's not going to come up on the recording, but
Me
I'm sure
too.
it's fine.
Yeah. Fingers
I'm
crossed.
sure it's fine. Right, so we've been recording for 26 minutes now.
Pretty good.
That's just the pre-ramble.
That's pre-ramble.
So
Just chatting.
should we get on to the media roundup?
100%.
Insert jingle.
Get your jingle in. Yeah.
Right, so I've got my handy dandy notebook.
Yeah.
We've got theatre, got TV, got movies.
Yeah.
So, theatre.
Theatre.
You seen anything recently?
Not. I mean, I have, but it was about a month ago.
Okay.
But coming up,
Right.
I've got at least one show, so I'm very excited.
Okay.
So on the 20th of September, it is my mum's birthday.
Happy birthday, Courtney's mum.
Yeah, big up Emma. But obviously I'm in Manchester, so I can't see her for her birthday. So the week after, on Wednesday, taking her to London for the day. I'm very excited. And we're going to go see Jim Steinman's Bout of Hell.
Ooh.
No.
Which is the second time you've seen it in as many months.
Yeah, so in total, I saw it twice in Manchester when it was here originally.
I can see a poster of it right now in your room. I'm looking at a poster of
A
it.
little bit of a fan, yeah, I guess.
I'm also looking at a Big Bang Theory calendar and I cannot condone
Don't judge.
Okay, anyway,
We've only got one more season left.
Good.
Yeah.
Bout of Hell.
Bout of Hell. So it is the music by Jim Steinman. It's all of sort of like a bit of Meatloaf songs, Jim Steinman songs that he's given to other artists, and it is basically, I guess, the Romeo and Juliet storyline with a little bit of Peter Pan in there, which sounds strange, but then when you see the musical it makes a bit more sense. It's very loud, it's very rock, it's very just I think my mum's going to really enjoy it because she saw Meatloaf when I was first born.
Okay.
So I think I was only like maybe a couple of months old. And she went with my granddad to see Meatloaf, so she's seen him live, she loves it. So she's either going to love it, or every song that finishes she's going to be like, well, it's not how he did it back in the day. So
is that how your mum talks?
I mean, no.
Well, that's not how.
Well, that's not how Meatloaf sounded when
That's
he
not
did.
how Mr. Loaf played it.
Basically, yeah. So she's either going to want to go back, or she's going to be like, no, why have I wasted my day?
Have you ever noticed that, like, when you do an impression of your parents, it sounds nothing like how they sound?
Nothing like them, yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
my dad, everyone in the family like does impressions of what dad sounded like,
Right.
right? But it's not what dad sounded like, right? So, like, and when my dad spoke, he was like, I mean, I can't really describe it. He wasn't really mank, but he wasn't not mank. He was just like, and he was like, because he was like in his 70s, so he sounded like a bit older. But what everyone in our family does for dad is not what dad sounded like. You met my dad, you know what he sounds like.
Yes.
But if I was like if me and dad were watching football,
Yeah.
he'd be like, so I'm gonna do my impression of dad, and I'd be like, it's like, I was like, well, it's just a ball yet. What you passing the balls in blue? Like, what's happening?
It's not even slightly what your dad sounded like.
Not close, but that's what everyone does. Everyone is like, oh yeah, when Pete was when Pete was whatever, everyone goes like, oh, what are you doing this for? What are you doing that for? It's like, not paying that for that, are you? My dad was.
No.
My dad, because my dad was born in 1940, so he was like old.
I mean, some would say.
So like he was born during the war. He grew up and whatever. So things change over the course of 70 plus years.
Imaginable, yes.
So like, and prices change and what the value of things change. But he didn't subscribe to that.
Ah, I see.
So you would pay stuff. You would pay, a price for something, and he'd be like, "What?
A shilling."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would go, like I would maybe walk into, I don't know, I'd walk into. So he didn't like the price of games. He was like 40 quid for a game, 50 quid for a game. Again, not how my dad sounded.
Not at all.
But you would walk into like, I don't know. So one time we went to Blackpool.
Yeah.
And this guy was selling. So we're Man City fans, and this guy was selling like little Man City pin badges.
Cute.
You're also a Man City fan, but only for the women's side.
Only for the women's.
Only
yes.
for the women's side.
Uh-huh.
But this guy was selling like little pin badges, and he was like putting them in my hand. I didn't want to buy one, but I was just being polite.
Yes.
He was putting them in my hand. He was like, I got this one, I got this one. And my dad walks up.
Oh.
And he goes, "You're not paying that for that, are you? Waste of money. Come on." I'm like, "Whoa, Dad.
Oh.
Manners." So yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my dad was like.
Not slightly how he sounded.
No, but
yeah.
You ever notice like when you do an impression of your mum and dad?
It's completely different.
It sounds completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because my mum does not. My mum's just.
She doesn't sound like, "Oh, Mr. Loaf."
No. She is a lot more northeast than I am.
Is she?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like that.
She's got a lot of slang that I think you would appreciate. The northeast slang.
This is coming from a person who went to a football game and shouted "Haway."
Yeah, at a City game as
at
well.
A City
so
game.
I was pleased that it was a loud stadium. Yeah. So I'm taking Emma to see Battle of Hell.
Nice.
And then I work at a theatre, so I was going to come back the next day to Manchester and work a shift at the theatre on the evening. And then they didn't give me the shift, so I now have my Thursday evening in Manchester free. So the Royal Exchange Theatre, it has a new production of Shakespeare's Queen Margaret, and I'm a massive Shakespeare fan.
Oh, we know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know. The listeners do not yet know.
But you will work it out.
Maybe the listeners do know because the listeners are our mums,
Basically,
so they know.
Yeah, so they know. 100%. Hi, Emma and Liz.
I can't wait till your mum listens to this and she's like, "That is not how I sound."
Yeah, literally. So I'm thinking about going to see Queen Margaret on Thursday night at the Royal Exchange.
Nice.
It's a theatre in the round, which I don't think we've got another theatre like that in Manchester.
Not off the top of my head.
I don't think so. But it's a beautiful theatre, and they always do amazing work there as well. So that's my plans for next week.
So
exciting.
I've not seen that much recently, and I've not got plans to see that much. Well,
we do. Always lying, everyone.
That's March 2019 that your plan is. But so I just finished my master's degree in contemporary performance practice.
Yes.
And we had like a mini festival in which I performed. You came and saw me.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other things that were on. So I've just been mainly seeing that. So we had, it was quite an eclectic festival, a lot of different, you only really saw me and the guy who double billed with me.
Yes.
Me and Josh. I really enjoyed Josh's show. He did Hamlet in the style of YouTube videos. So Hamlet ASMR, Hamlet, like Let's Play Hamlet, Hamlet makeup tutorials, like Hamlet vlogs. I did the stages of grief via video games and like machinima.
Yeah.
There was a political panto. There was some physical theatre. There was some theatre in the round as well. It was about like emotional abuse and stuff. There was someone did the timeline of the welfare state told through lights and a washing line.
Ooh.
Jen did that.
Wow.
Yeah. What else? Other things. Other shows.
Other theatre.
Other shows.
Yes.
So I've just been doing that.
Yeah.
So the things that I've been looking at are TV and movies because I've just been taking a break after the Masters. So yesterday I watched the entirety of season 5 of BoJack Horseman in one afternoon.
Well done.
I enjoyed it.
Well done.
BoJack every year gets better and better. Do you watch? I don't think you watch BoJack.
Never
Horseman.
seen it. No.
Every year it gets better and better, and I really enjoy it. And it's really just, it's just really smart and nuanced and like current as well. And I don't want to sound pretentious, but like, you know, there was a great sort of miniature story arc yesterday where Todd, played by Aaron Paul, built a sex robot called Henry Fondle.
Excellent.
And he has like these stock phrases where he's like, I'm not going to repeat them, but he has like, you can imagine the stock phrases, and he has, people don't realise that he's a robot, so like he has these sort of conversations with the stock phrases, and he managed to become a CEO of a company.
Brilliant. And
then get enraptured in a sex scandal, and then fired, and then rehired because, and it's like very like current.
Yes.
I've also been watching. I watched The first 2 series of Gavin and Stacey, for some reason, I've seen it a million times.
Right.
But I watched them again.
Okay.
Because why not? And then it's Tuesday today.
It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Which means at 8 p.m.
Yeah, sharp. On that dot.
We've got the Great British Bake Off.
Can't wait.
And this is going to be the first time we're going to watch it together in the same room.
Yeah.
Like, we sometimes live tweet each other, but we've never been in the same room.
No. So it's going to be quite a momentous occasion.
I at this point now, so it's week 4 now?
Week 4, yeah, dessert week.
So we've had bread week.
We've had biscuits.
Biscuits and cakes.
And cakes, yeah.
Manon started really strong week 1.
She did.
And she struggled the last 2. Terry, who looks like the Monopoly man.
Yeah, we love him. He's been finding his feet.
He's still struggling though.
That Eiffel Tower had me in pieces. I mean, the
Eiffel Tower was in pieces.
Yeah.
But Ruby's struggling.
But I love her.
Yeah.
She's one of my favourites. Bryony, I really like.
I like Bryony. Emotional is Bryony.
Yeah.
But so are you.
Same.
I, at this point now, after 3 weeks, I can't see past Raoul for the winner.
Right.
I can't see past him. I think he's going to win it. I really do. I can't get past that little Raoul begs to make friends. Like, oh, my child.
I love it.
My child.
So cute.
My child.
How could you not be his friend?
I'd be his friend.
When he brings you a cake.
I had a similar moment of just wanting to be someone's friend when I watched the Manchester City documentary on Amazon, the All or Nothing. So, you know that I love Sergio Aguero.
Yes.
2 Pieces.
Yes.
So they filmed him at his house, and he's got a little kid called Benjamin with
cute name for a kid as well.
With his ex-wife though.
Ah.
And his ex-wife is the daughter of Diego Maradona. Do you know Diego Maradona?
Maradona is.
It's ringing bells.
Ringing bells.
It's ringing bells.
Yeah, in a football sense.
So he's like one of the best players ever.
Yes.
And like his daughter married Aguero, who's also really good. So like this kid is like.
He's destined.
He's like footballing. He's like footballing royalty.
Yeah.
But Aguero and his wife broke up, and her and the kid live in Argentina. Okay. So Benjamin comes and lives with Aguero for a week every month.
Cute.
But for the other 3 weeks, Sergio's on his own.
Ah.
And they filmed this, and he's like going around, and he's got this massive house in like Cheshire or whatever. And he's like, I've got Benji's room here, but Benji comes round, for a week once a month. And then he goes, but other than that, I'm on my own.
That's heartbreaking.
And he's like, sometimes I'll hang out with, Nico Otamendi or De Gea, who plays for United, but I know him from Atletico.
Yeah.
From Madrid. But other than that, I'm just on my own. And I watch mafia movies or cowboy movies. He's like, I can't watch the horror movies because I'm on my own. I get too scared. And I was like, Sergio, I will come round to your house right now. We will sit down. We'll watch every movie under the sun.
Yeah.
We're best mates.
Yeah.
Sergio won Player of the Month last month.
Oh, cool.
And City tweeted out, has anyone got any questions for Sergio?
Yeah.
And I tweeted, will you be my best friend? And they didn't reply.
Ah.
But I'm not giving up hope.
I feel like that's not a strong
I'm not giving up hope.
Okay.
Next time he wins Player of the Month, I'm going to tweet him again and be like, listen,
like, you ignored me last time.
I've got it on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come round.
You're gonna get it on DVD.
Yeah, I don't actually own it on DVD.
No.
But I'll go and get
I haven't actually seen it on DVD either.
I'll go. Listen, I've got movies on DVD.
Of the non-scary form.
I'm just not as into horror as you are.
Yes, we do have differing forms.
But I'm trying to get more into it.
Yes, you are.
You've got a list.
To watch it
you've got you've got a list of movies I need to watch.
Very excited for
Are we starting on those today or nah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got time.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to go straight into it, because I don't know if you'll handle it. See what I did there?
I'm horrified by what just happened.
You can watch the first couple of minutes and see how you feel about.
Is that like the paper boat down the and like we all float down
Georgie.
here, Georgie?
I was going to do my Pennywise impression, but I'm nervous now.
No, go on.
It's for another episode, I think.
It's for right now, is what it is.
I think it'll be funnier once you've seen it too.
Okay.
So.
Wait, there's a second one.
No, once you've just seen the film as well.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there is a second one.
It's
coming out very soon. Do you want to know the cast?
No.
So I'm going to tell you. So Bill Skarsgård plays Pennywise again.
Okay.
I love Bill Skarsgård. We have Jessica Chastain as Beverly. Can't wait for that. James McAvoy is taking on the role of Bill.
Ooh.
Very, very excited.
Isn't this, if I remember reading correctly, the little kids have grown up?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so basically in the It book, it goes from them as kids when they first discover Pennywise and they first, spoilers, defeat him.
Well, I'm not even going to watch it now. I'm not even going to watch it. What's the point?
And there is also a TV movie that they did. It's like 2 sections back in the day.
Is it good? Is that what, or is it?
Tim Curry as Pennywise.
But is it really bad, and that's why it went straight to TV?
It's terrible. But at the time, and it is still a classic, and Tim Curry's phenomenal as Pennywise as well. He's great. But it's not it 2017. Put it that way.
Okay. Okay. Any TV you've been watching apart from Bake Off? We went a bit off.
Yeah, we're a little bit off. So Bake Off, obviously. And I am also a massive fan of American Horror Story.
Yeah, I see the tweets.
Oh yes.
I see the tweets.
So American Horror Story has had a number of seasons. The latest one is Apocalypse, which is out in America, and we're waiting for it here. Now this season...
But you just happen to be watching it, do you?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting for it to come on.
Okay.
Yeah. But basically it's an anthology series, so each series is different. And Apocalypse is going to be a mashup of the first season, which is Murder House, and the third season, which is Coven. Now, I've seen every single season of American Horror Story except Coven.
Okay.
And just for some reason, it was witches, I wasn't feeling it, I've never seen it. But because obviously it's a mix-up of the two,
so you've gone back.
need to see it.
Okay.
Yes. So I started watching that on Saturday night. I'm maybe like 10 episodes in.
How many episodes?
13.
Okay. Oh, so you're close.
Yeah, close. It's a brilliant season. I actually love it. So I'm going to power through Coven, and then I'm going to watch Apocalypse, and I'm so excited.
We really want to watch that, but I don't know if it's coming out in this country. We want to watch that Manifest. I showed you the clip.
Yes, we do.
Where it's based off like MH370.
Yeah.
Where this family, the flight's oversold, so some of the family go on the first flight, some wait, and they get like sort of air miles for waiting. And then there's some massive turbulence.
Yes.
And then they land, and it's 6 years later.
It looks so good.
But they haven't missed a beat. They were like 2012, now it's 2018.
Yeah.
Like it's completely like just end to end for them, A to B. But on the ground, it's been 6 years, and so they land, and this kid's twin sister is like, she's like 6 years older now. This isn't spoilers because it's like they tweeted the first act of the first episode. The mum's dead now.
So much has happened. Yeah.
This kid, the son who stayed behind, he was dying of leukemia, and he's not dead because it's been 6 years, but he's not dead because it's been like a couple of minutes, well, a couple of hours. And I've searched and searched and searched. I don't see a release date for this country.
No, I haven't either yet.
But whenever it drops,
we will watch it.
I'm there.
100%. Yeah, very excited.
And so the next part of this media thing, so we've done theatre, we've done TV, we've got movies. Oof. Now we are
big one for us.
We are each other's cinema buddy.
Yes.
We see everything together.
All the time.
All the time. But we've not been to the cinema since Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and Incredibles?
No, what?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man was after.
Yes, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. But I have been to the cinema since then.
Yes.
And so have you.
Yes.
And that was a whole thing.
Because
I text you and I was like, oh, I'm going to the cinema, but I'm going with someone else. And you were like, oh, so am I. I was like, sorry, what? And you weren't going to tell me. You went and saw The Nun.
I did, yeah.
And I saw Black Klansman.
Which I've heard is fun. I mean, you said that it was brilliant.
Oh,
everyone has said it's brilliant.
I feel like, in a similar way to how like Get Out was like, oh, we're going to talk about this movie for years.
Yes.
So was Black Klansman.
Wow. Okay.
It's really good. Adam Driver's really good in it. Everyone's really good in it.
Yeah.
We went in thinking it was a comedy.
I thought it was a comedy as well.
Everyone I've spoke to thought it was a comedy.
Yeah.
It's not. Has its moments.
Yes.
But it's not like, laugh out loud, joke a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like.
I thought it was like a spoof.
Yeah. No, because I saw a trailer months ago, and if I remember correctly, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But the trailer made it seem like it was a buddy cop movie.
Maybe that was the point.
Yes, maybe.
And
subversion.
And
you
then
walk
they
in.
Get you with these hard-hitting issues.
Yeah, do you know what? That could be a point. Yeah.
I think that's a good marketing
I quite like that. If that's what they've done, if I remember correctly and that's what they've done, I quite like that.
A good idea, yeah.
But tremendous film.
Yeah, I'm going to see it very soon.
Definitely.
Sounds brilliant.
I'd go again.
Yeah.
So we could just go again.
Cool.
I'd watch it again. Like, holy flip moly. That was great.
Yeah.
And we watched Incredibles 2 together.
Oh, we did. A long time coming.
I prefer it to the first one.
Same.
However, the villain is a lot stronger in Incredibles 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because spoilers for Incredibles 1 from 14 years ago, to introduce Buddy at the start, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's Mr. Incredible's biggest fan. He then jilts him, he scorns him, and then he's bitter and full of he's bitter and full of regret and revenge.
Yeah.
And then he turns on him. Great.
Brilliant.
Incredibles 2.
Oof. Yeah.
Without spoiling it, because it's a lot more recent.
Yeah.
You're only introduced to 2 new characters. It can only be one of those 2.
Yeah.
So when it happens, it's like, no, it's them. What?
Shock.
Didn't see that coming.
Wow.
So
Should have been Dash.
I think Incredibles 3. I think Jack should turn.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Like he has so many powers. I think he should just be like, he can't control them. He turns, makes the Incredibles versus their own.
But he hasn't gotten any older. None of
Still
them
a baby.
aged. He's still a baby.
You can't fight a baby.
100% you can.
See, because I wondered if
90 minutes of just Jack absolutely smashing up the place.
or maybe just Incredibles 3 is just Jack and Edna.
I would, Jack and Edna's weekend together.
Yeah.
Like the Incredibles have
Weekend
gone on
at
holiday.
Edna's.
Yeah. Oh yes, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that. A full feature film as well.
Because I wonder if for Incredibles 2, because it starts at the end of Incredibles 1.
Yes.
The Underminer.
Very cool. Yeah.
And I went back and watched Incredibles 1 after seeing because I saw Incredibles 2 twice.
Yeah.
Which is the only movie I've ever seen more than once at the cinema.
Yeah.
And tell you what, the art style it looks old.
Yeah.
When you go back and watch it.
Yeah.
And like Tony looks really weird. He's had a big he's had a big redesign.
Yeah.
Dash has had a bit of a redesign. Looks really weird. But yeah, it starts at the end of Incredibles 1.
Yeah.
I wonder, would they have maybe benefited from a time skip?
Oh.
Maybe Violet and Dash are a bit older.
No.
But I feel like we're also invested in who they are right now.
Yes. Yeah.
But Toy Story benefits from a time skip.
True.
So.
However, not the time skip that they ended it on, because I'm still not over that.
They're making Toy Story 4, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's in development hell, isn't it? Really. There's been a lot of chopping and changing.
Yeah.
Last I heard, it was going to be I was going to say it's going to be a road trip movie, but they're all road trip movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was the quest to find Bo Peep. So there's your plot.
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
Very good film.
And I rewatched, because I bought it on Blu-ray as a little treat to myself for finishing the Masters. I rewatched Infinity War.
Oof.
Ooh.
Still not enough time has passed.
You cried in the cinema.
I cried in the cinema.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing we disagree on.
Yes.
We're about to argue. When we went to go
we'll do it a lot, so it's alright.
When we went to go watch that movie,
let's just set it up first. So this was the first
we saw it day release.
Yeah.
Okay, so it released Thursday at midnight.
Yeah.
Well, Friday at midnight. Thursday and then into Friday. And then we saw it Friday evening.
Yeah. We were ready.
Yeah.
We planned it, we bought the tickets, we were sorted.
We had the t-shirts.
Yeah, we had the t-shirts.
Like, I'm not that guy who goes to watch a thing with like... I once felt hot shame when I went to HMV and bought a 5-disc Blu-ray box set of Spider-Man movies. All of Sam Raimi, both Andrew Garfield's as well.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a Spider-Man jumper. I didn't go in HMV planning to buy that box set.
You just picked it up.
But I picked it up and I was like, I'm going to buy this.
Yeah.
And then I went and I had a Spider-Man jumper and I was like, I look like a massive nerd. I've never felt such hot shame as I do right now. So I'm not that person.
Yeah.
You're that person.
I am.
You're wearing a Black Widow t-shirt right now.
I am. And when I met you in town, I was also wearing my comic book shoes, which you bought me. So
for your birthday, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're like Converse that have like comic book paneling up the side.
Yeah.
I also have some Spider-Man ones.
Which are really cool.
Yeah, because spoiler alert,
Nerd.
I like Spider-Man.
Love it. Yeah, so Infinity War, I was that person, and you were that person, and you'd bought the t-shirt especially.
Well, because I had a Guardians of the Galaxy t-shirt that didn't just have the characters on. It was like a subtle one.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it. So
you went unsubtle.
I bought a new Guardians of the Galaxy one.
subtlety.
And it had all of them on.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got there. I think, what time did we see it? About 8 o'clock?
About that time.
Yeah, about 8 o'clock. And
Half
there was
8.
a queue waiting to get into
like
the
normally
cinema.
when you go to the cinema, the screen, there's no queue to get into the screen.
No, of course not.
You just walk in and take a seat.
And sit down, yeah.
There was a huddle outside the screen.
Yeah, you couldn't
people
get
waiting
to those
to get
doors
in.
because people were waiting. Everyone was prepped, and then literally when they opened the doors, everyone piled in Because also
and it was
you could
full to the brim.
you could choose your seats as well, so everyone was like
Yeah.
sort of fighting tooth and nail to get. I mean, we got a seat pretty.
We
well.
were sat back row centre, so we were okay.
Everyone kind of like clouded into the middle for some reason. I don't really know
That's
why.
your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a perfect seat, but it was packed. I think it was in one of their biggest screens as well.
Wasn't IMAX?
No, but it was
big.
Big, yeah. So we watched Infinity War.
But here's where we disagree.
Oof.
Because I'm one of those people. Well, I'm just one of those people. I'm respectful when I go to the cinema. So phone off.
Yes.
Sit down.
Of course, yeah. Don't chat.
Don't chat. Sometimes I go with people, not you specifically.
Yeah.
But I go with people who try and chat, and I'm like, shut up. Not because but I'm trying to be respectful of other people around me.
Of course, yeah.
Also, like sometimes I went to the cinema with a friend of mine, you know, Lewis.
Yes.
We went to a movie that was, so it was crowdfunded. It was like it holds the record of the most money accrued from a crowdfunding for a movie.
Very cool.
It was made by Rooster Teeth, who are like a YouTube channel. And I went with Lewis, and I was like, Rooster Teeth they're people who are really into their movies, and they're the people who are like, you sit down and shut up.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, the people who are going to come watch these people are also the people who be like, you sit down and shut up.
Exactly.
And Lewis had his phone out, he was like scrolling, I was like, you put that away, I'm going to get beaten up by angry nerds.
Yes.
But, so I'm that person, I'm like, sit down, shut up, phone off. And that's normally how you are in the cinema. But Infinity War was not like that.
No.
There was one person on his phone, I was like, can you not?
Yes.
Like right in my eye line in front of me. But, how do I describe it? The theatre was... how do I...
Immersive, shall we say?
No. They were engaged. Active.
Yes.
They were cheering, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I was one of them. I have no shame.
I was not. Like, I was like... When the cool shit happened, I was like, damn, that was some cool shit.
Yeah.
But everyone else was like, damn, that was some cool shit. Like, oh, clap. Like that scene...
Me.
You. Like when Thor enters Wakanda on the Bifrost with Rocket and Groot.
Amazing.
I was like, holy shit. Internally.
Yes.
Everyone else was like, what?
Wow. Yeah.
That scene.
Yeah.
That scene when Vision and... So, a little bit of backstory. Vision is Connie's favourite.
My child.
Avenger.
Yes, he is. May he rest in peace. But he's not dead, so it's okay.
No, he's definitely dead.
He's not.
So dead.
Can't wait for him to make his grand return in the second one.
He's dead. Anyway.
Where he saves all of them.
When Vision and Scarlet Witch are in Edinburgh, which, by the way, that was not Edinburgh. There was not a single Greg's in that shot.
Pure lies.
There was not a single Greg's in that shot. That was not Scotland. But anyway, they're fighting Thanos' little crew. Squidward and the gang.
Squidward, yeah.
I think the Black Order? I think they're called.
Yeah.
So they were fighting in that train station. And then Cap emerges from the shadows. And the music swells.
Yes.
And the entire cinema was like, whoo! And I was like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy he's here.
Yeah.
Really glad about that.
Yeah.
But can we all
No. When we went to Wakanda, I was like, yes! Come on, T'Challa! Loved it.
No, there were people on our row who were making the row of chairs shake because they were like jumping up and down.
Yeah, true. It was a bit. Some people took it to a new height.
Yeah.
I joined into that height.
I mean, I don't want to come across as like a really like sort of like just dour. Like I was hype.
You were, yes.
I'm just not one of these people who screams and shouts and cheers.
Yes.
I don't want to like get so invested into like, you know, walking into Infinity War and being like, woo, yeah, and then I walk into like fucking into the Spider-Verse, and then Peter emerges and I'm like, woo, and everyone's like, who are you?
Yes. No.
Do you know what I mean?
I think for that screening, for that night, for that Infinity War, it was okay. But I wouldn't necessarily do that walking into, because when I saw Civil War quite late, but like nobody spoke. There wasn't that kind of atmosphere. And when we saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, there wasn't that kind of atmosphere.
No.
Until the end.
Ant-Man and the
like,
for the post-credit.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. How did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I liked it.
I liked it, but people have said that it was boring. It was a bit, I don't know.
No,
I've heard mixed. I didn't. Yeah. I liked it. I
liked it. Yeah, I thought it was still as funny.
I don't think it was.
No.
I don't think it was as fun.
Okay.
No.
When he shrinks down and he's the child.
That was funny.
And he's walking through and he gets into the van.
That was
Loved
funny.
It.
I like that.
Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was more going for the post-credit scene because we knew what was happening. We knew what was going to come.
I was going for Paul Rudd. So
fair enough. I mean, I was going for Evangeline Lilly.
You had a Wasp t-shirt on, did you?
I
for your
had
birthday?
a Wasp, yeah.
You had a Wasp t-shirt
A
on.
Wasp t-shirt. Oh, another little side note as well. So my birthday is the 29th of July.
Just tell everyone.
I know, right? And then...
Just give away all your details. What's your sort code?
Well, so Ant-Man and the Wasp came out the week later. So my mum got me an assortment of things. She got me a Vision t-shirt. She got me a Poison Ivy t-shirt from DC. And she also got me a Wasp t-shirt. Now, she got me the Wasp t-shirt without even knowing that it was coming out in the next couple of months. She had no idea that...
It wasn't weeks, days.
No, she thought that it was...
Oh, when she bought it earlier.
Yeah,
right.
She thought that it maybe Christmas.
Right.
Maybe after Christmas. She had no idea. So then when I was like, oh my god, I can wear this in literally 5 days, when me and Stephen go and see it, she was like, oh, I was not aware that it was coming out.
I've done well.
So yeah, she was like very, very proud of herself because she was not even slightly aware that this is what was happening.
So,
yeah.
Avengers 4.
Oof.
It used to be Infinity War Part 1 and 2, now it's not.
I'm still going to call it Part 2.
Well, no, because there is an unannounced title.
Yeah.
And there was a leak.
I won't call it the title.
There was a leak where it's Avengers and the subtitle is 2 words.
Right.
And they begin with F and H. So like Avengers Fallen Heroes, Avengers Forever Heroes.
You know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Vision.
I was thinking the original.
Vision.
I was thinking the original
No.
6. You know, the people whose contracts ran out. Those ones.
Oof.
Talking Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr.
Who do you think's going to die? Let's put it out there. Because I do not know. I have no idea. I feel like they can't do Tony because obviously they had the little Willy Wonky.
I think one of, not both,
Yeah.
but one of Cap or Iron Man.
I think Cap. So I would be with you with Cap.
I saw a theory online
Yeah.
that, so the Soul Stone,
Yeah.
the idea is that everyone who, spoilers for Infinity War,
If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's brilliant.
let's just say everyone who perished, not anyone specifically,
Yeah.
but anyone who perished
Yeah.
at the end of Infinity War, the idea is that they're all in the Soul Stone. Their souls are trapped in the Soul Stone because he used the Soul Stone to get rid of them.
Yeah.
So they're all trapped in the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Alongside like Gamora and stuff. Spoilers. So the idea is, but you need to trade a soul for a soul.
Yes.
So the idea is Cap will sacrifice himself to save everyone else.
Yes.
Is the idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I think he would as well.
There's also talk that they might kill off Iron Man and Shuri will become the new...
Well, there's...
Because in the comics...
In the comics, she does become Black Panther while T'Challa's away.
Yeah, and in the comics there is an Iron Heart.
Yes.
Who is a young black teenage girl.
Yeah.
Called Riri.
I think so, yeah.
So they might just do some rejig and make Shuri Iron Heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because she's got the intelligence.
I would be down for...
I also feel like they're
solo
setting
film.
up Miles Morales.
Yeah, 100%.
Because not only... I think they're setting up Miles Morales... Not just in the MCU, but everywhere. So, in the new Spider-Man game, they set up Miles Morales.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to spoil the game on the podcast. I'm going to tell you later.
Yeah.
Off air. But they set up Miles.
Okay.
Spider-Verse is coming out. Like, I can't wait for that movie. I'm really excited for Into the
Miles,
Spider-Verse. That's got Miles. Donald Glover in Homecoming plays Aaron Davis.
Yes.
Who is Miles' uncle. He's also the Prowler. And in the dialogue he says, I have got a nephew who lives around here, I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
Me and Miles. And I watched the deleted scenes on the Blu-ray.
Cool.
And there's a deleted scene where Donald is still stuck to the car because the webbing hasn't dissolved yet. And he's on the phone, he goes, yeah, Miles, he like name drops him, he's like, yeah, Miles, I'm not going to be there. I'm a bit
and if they weren't going to bring him in, they wouldn't mention him.
So I feel like they're setting up Miles.
Yeah.
I wonder, I don't know if they will actually, because I wonder if... No, we're getting into spoiler territory now. I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. But yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, we've been recording for over an hour now. We came in saying we're going to do like a 20-minute, half an hour little beta episode. We were recording for an hour.
I don't think we've realised how much that we chat.
Yeah. But I think that's been successful.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. So, yeah. So this has been like a little beta episode for the Snapshot podcast, name to be confirmed. Maybe we should also be. Maybe we should call the podcast the Snapshot Podcast name to be confirmed, and that's the podcast.
I mean, you can speak quick enough to say that.
The Snapshot Podcast name to be confirmed. Podcast.
Cool. I'm happy with it.
I need to speak slower as well. I think I spoke okay during this. I think you spoke
okay as well.
But yeah. I'm different on mic because I stream as well on Twitch.
Yes. Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Jano_. That is twitch.tv twitch.tv/ZHANO_.
Oh.
I've not streamed in a year, but follow me anyway. I'm different on mic. I speak a bit better on mic.
Yes.
Hopefully. We'll find out when I edit it.
We'll figure it out.
When I edit this hour.
Yeah.
Of.
It's exciting times.
It's literally an hour. Right.
Cool.
But this has been a beta episode.
Uh-huh.
We don't know how. We think these will be like, at the most, fortnightly.
Yes.
We don't know what day they're going to come out.
Uh-huh.
But at least fortnightly.
Point, yeah.
And they'll be between half an hour to an hour.
Yeah. Unless we chat like we do today and being all there.
In the same vein as this.
Yeah.
So, bit of chat at the start, bit of media in the back end.
Exciting.
And then when we have listeners, Courtney's correspondence.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
yeah.
I've been Stephen.
I've been Courtney.
And thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, bye everyone.
Bye guys.
Hello guys, me again. Just to say, if you are wanting to email in, the email is snapshot.podcast@gmail.com. That is snapshot.podcast@gmail.com. I think I may have said the wrong one earlier in, but snapshot.podcast@gmail.com. So mum, if you're emailing in, snapshot.podcast@gmail.com. But until then, thanks again so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.